Well, I've been waiting to say this after a major delay. It is now March the 31st, but finally, we're here at Istanbul Park, and finally we can say their practice is about to get underway. We do apologize for the delay. Of course, it's been a bit of a tough one with the unfortunate flooding of not the racetrack, but flooding near the racetrack. But we got fans back in the stands. It's like they never left Istanbul Park. I'm really not lying. We got 66,000 fans packed here for FP3. And wow. It's been a while, but the only reason third practice was delayed is because of unfortunate flooding outside of the racetrack. And unfortunately, some fans were injured during the flooding, but no fatalities. Everybody survived. And actually, most of the fans here, they actually were in the flood, but they are back and F1 is back. So here we go. It's third practice. Well, as we can see here, we're riding on board with Isaac Hadjar and the Red Bull. And after the flood, he's really excited. Yeah, there was serious flooding here at Istanbul, Turkey, that unfortunately delayed third practice and the entire weekend. But luckily, we have 2 weekends off, so it's not really that much of a huge problem. I mean, it took that one IndyCar race, 68 days, maybe even 70 days. That one IndyCar race in 2015, I think. But oh well, we're back either way. And Speed HD is proud to present this incredible coverage of these awesome F1 stars. Yeah, and also we got the Koch series coming up soon on Speed. That'll be broadcasting soon. And when you think about it, these guys, they are looking absolutely excited. Now, this was supposed to be a weekend. This was supposed to be a week off, but I think they won't mind. At least some of them. This is unfortunate, yes, but hang on a sec. We'll get to Alex Albon and bent Junebug in a minute. As we can see, both cars got damaged, but some of them won't mind a few days of the week they were supposed to have off. But they'll have all of next week and next weekend off. We have 2 weekends off, so luckily they will spend their vacation. It'll just be cut a little bit. At least a tad bit short, I'll say. Yeah, but back to the F1 action. Alex Albon and Bent Junebug got involved in a little bit of a collision. Junebug has been looking forward to this weekend, and also Mercedes announced they will reveal a new livery, new suits, and new helmets that'll be coming as soon as qualifying begins later today. And then the Grand Prix on Wednesday, which in the normal F1 schedule, first practice is on Wednesday. That's when the entire F1 weekend gets started. Yeah, this will be the weirdest weekend in F1 history for sure, and we acknowledge that, but at least we can say we've had an F1 weekend, and the whole weekend wasn't canceled, unlike in Belgium in 2021. So we are riding on board with Bent Junebug, the reigning world champion. He is, again, not won an F1 race so far this season. Not yet. We actually are going to listen to his radio and see what he has to say about these current F1 times. Junebug got on the radio, and this is what he had to say about his lap times going to FP3. Let's listen.
If we can try to keep this lap cleaner, we might have a little chance to improve our times.
So as we can clearly tell, Junebug is looking forward to making sure that he can improve his time here in FP3, but I'm not really so sure about what he could, from a serious standpoint, do. Yeah, because we talked about this during the actual scheduled race weekend. The speed of these cars are really insane. And with a new battery percentage, I think it'll be looking really interesting. As we can see, Oscar Piastri in the McLaren he's out on track. Piastri currently P20. I think he had to abort his lap. He'll come across the line. Piastri's P10. Not bad. Not bad for the Australian. Yeah, not too bad, I guess. But here comes the reigning world champion, last year's F1 champion, the second-year driver, Bent Junebug. It's an EN7 Trackhouse Racing Cadillac 1-2 as Valtteri Bottas has the fastest time, and his teammate Junebug is up to P2. That's exactly what the team wanted. They were looking really promising in FP2 last weekend, and oh my, they're looking absolutely strong, incredible. Man, absolutely amazing. What a big performance from the EN7 Trackhouse Racing Cadillac boys. Here comes Lando Norris. Lando comes across the line. Lando Norris cannot improve his time, and neither, he actually does. Max Verstappen to P6, and look at the Audi drivers. Now they were P4 and P5, but now Gabriel Bortoleto is P5 and Hulkenberg's up to P6. What a strong performance from the Audi drivers. We call them the Audi boys, and you are absolutely correct. P5 and P6 for the Audi drivers. The Audi F1 team is definitely going to be absolutely impressed by that, unless Antonelli and Lewis Hamilton can answer to that problem. No, Antonelli goes up to 15th. What can the 9-time F1 World Champion Lewis Hamilton always being held up? He got held up by a Williams. Hamilton does not want that whatsoever. Here comes the Ferrari. He's going to come across the line. Hamilton, is it out of P22? No, he'll stay dead last. He's 22nd out of 22 F1 cars. And look at the Audi drivers. Absolutely incredible. Great stuff from them. P5 and P6. Oh my. Hello there, Nico Hulkenberg. As we can see, we're riding on board with Bent Junebug, the reigning world champion. His birthday is actually coming up this April. So we might see a special birthday presents for Junebug if he can win any race weekend in April, which we have plenty. Yeah, we have plenty of them, and then we got the May races coming up in the month of May. Of course, you have the wonderful Monaco Grand Prix, the Miami Grand Prix, the race at Canada and Montreal. Yeah, we got a pretty packed schedule in May. It's gonna be really fun, just how it is in March. The final day of March, and this is pretty interesting for these F1 drivers, as here comes George Russell. And how about Arvid Lindblad, P3 in the Racing Bulls car? Lindblad is looking absolutely fast in that V car. Oh man, and the Audi drivers, they're in the top 10. Arvid Lindblad, incredible. And Liam Lawson, as of now, he's in the top 10. Can Lando respond? Yup, P4. That puts Bortoleto and Hulkenberg in P7 and P8. Hulkenberg 8th and Bortoleto in P7. Yeah, but you really expect some improvements from the Audi drivers, as we're down to 45 seconds left here in FP3. Every driver should just about look. Hamilton slides and he goes off. I don't think he got hit. That's simply driver error. That was error on Hamilton's part. He comes across the line with 32 seconds left, and this will be the worst FP3 session of the 2026 season for Sir Lewis Hamilton. Unbelievable. And Valtteri Bottas takes pole in FP3 in third practice. Bent Junebug is second, and Arvid Lindblad is now P3 in the Racing Bulls car. And then look at this, the Audi drivers, Gabriel Bortoleto and Nico Hulkenberg. Bortoleto is 7th, Hulkenberg is P8. Great stuff from the Audi drivers. And now Oliver Behrman completes the top 10 in FP3. And Hamilton, that is not what he wanted. I'm not sure what happened coming around the final turn. See, it looked like he locked up and then slid out of control. That is not what he wanted. So, Arvid Lindblad, P3. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton, he does not improve. He stays dead last. P22 Out of 22 F1 cars, he is dead last in 22nd place. He's in the 22nd position, and that's not the result Hamilton was looking for. He'll come across the line and finish off this FP3 session, and that's it. That's their practice in Istanbul, Turkey. So Valtteri Bottas is P1 ahead of his teammate Junebug, Lindblad, Norris, Russell, Hadjar, Bortoletto, Hulkenberg. And then we'll look at the rest of the grid pretty soon, but great performance from Lindblad. P3 in the Racing Bulls car. This boy is looking absolutely impressive in his rookie season. First ever time in the top series of F1. He is a rookie, and man, has he improved in his time in F1. You gotta feel for this guy. He's filled with absolute promise, and I think very soon we might see him in a Red Bull suit, along with perhaps future teammate, the one and only Isaac Hadjar. That could very well be the future for Arvid Lindblad and Isaac Hadjar. Who knows? We might see these two at Red Bull together if Max Verstappen would to retire from F1, which obviously there's been a lot of rumors going around that he might quit F1 because of these new rules and these new regulations. I mean, most of the grid they don't like the new regulations, but it's a good FP3 for Ian 7 Trackers and Cadillac. And look at this, Verstappen P9, and then it is P10 for Behrman. Well, after all that, we can finally say qualifying is later. See you then.